Welcome everybody to this month's edition of Foundation Matters webinar. It's the first webinar of our series of this new Rotary year. I am Beth Paget. I am the new chair of the Foundation Regional Action Plan and the host of our Foundation Matters webinars this year. I am following Sandra Hempstead, who has done a wonderful job both starting this committee and starting these webinars. Thank you, Sandra. I look forward to a robust series of Foundation Matters webinars that are designed to help your Rotary clubs create greater impact through the Rotary Foundation. Our Foundation Matters team will be introduced throughout this series of webinars this year. I would like to note that Stephen Beer will be moderating the Q&A segment that will come later tonight, and he will be assisted by Charlie Rogers and Lorraine Angelino. Please remember to put your questions in the question and answer box. That's the Q&A box throughout the presentations. Tonight's session will be recorded and we will share that link when it's available. Tonight's webinar is about Foundation Resources Made Easy. We will discuss which reports and which people that you can turn to for useful information throughout this year to help your club build engagement, strengthen giving, and increase your impact. You will also get a first look at a new Zones 33-34 Foundation Awards tonight. That's going to be an exciting unveil tonight. One important note, we usually have club speakers on Foundation Matters webinars, but because of the amount of information that we have tonight, we will not have them. We will have club voices during upcoming webinars. One slight change tonight, we were going to start off with opening comments from our new foundation trustee, Cindy Covington. Unfortunately, she has had a family matter that she's had to attend to, and so she will possibly not be joining us tonight. If she can, she'll come in later. If not, we will certainly have Trustee Cindy on a webinar throughout this year. So our first speaker up will be Bernie Rydell. He is the Zone 3330 Rotary Foundation Coordinator. And we will also have Jeanette Loftus, who is the Zone 34 Rotary Regional Foundation Coordinator. They will introduce their teams to you and discuss resources. Next up will be Katie Leisner, our annual giving officer with the Rotary Foundation, and she is the person who knows everything about key reports. Then we will have our Q&A and ask as many questions as time will allow. And delivering our closing comments tonight will be our new Zone 33-34 Director, Marshall Butler. So Bernie, you're first up. Take it away.
Well, thank you, Beth, and welcome everybody. I am proud to introduce our 26-27 Zone 33 Foundation team. Starting with, go to the top left, skip that first guy up there. So we'll go to the next one, starting with Nancy Barbie and John Nanny, our End Polio Now coordinators, EPNCs. Nancy and John lead the zone-wide effort to raise awareness for our fight to end polio in the world. They work with districts and clubs to help achieve specific goals, like transferring at least 20% DDF to polio and encouraging clubs to give at least $1,500. Next, Stephen Beer, who's on tonight, our Endowment Major Gifts Advisor, EMGA. Stephen is a senior volunteer expert who identifies and cultivates donors capable of making significant contributions, typically at least $25,000, to the Rotary Endowment. He also works closely with our major gift officers and our Regional Rotary Foundation Coordinator and district leaders to align fundraising efforts. Next, Lori Menzel, John Teich, and Tyler Stokesbury, our major gifts officers, MGOs. Lori, John, and Tyler are professional Rotary International staff members assigned to Zone 33 who manage portfolios of high-capacity donors. They collaborate with volunteers to facilitate major solicitations and ensure proper donor stewardship. Next, Katie Leisner, who's on the call tonight, our annual giving officer, AGO. Katie is a professional Rotary International staff member also, focused on the annual fund, which provides the immediate funding for current year grants. She assists with training, provides key financial information and contributions, and is the go-to person for resolving numerous issues, especially with contributions. Next, Angela Jameson, our foundation newsletter editor. Angela solicits articles, then prepares and publishes our quarterly foundation newsletter, which is distributed to our zone, district, and club leadership. Next, Carolyn Mudgett, our social media specialist. Carolyn posts information on our Zones 3334 Facebook page and our Zones 3334 Foundation group page, as well as runs the tech for all these Foundation Matters webinars. You're doing a great job tonight, Carolyn. Next, Al DeLucia, Lloyd Navarro, Beth Trotter, Paul Walter, and Geetha Jayram, our Assistant Regional Rotary Foundation Coordinators, ARRFCs. Al, Lloyd, Beth, Paul, and Geetha provide direct, localized support to a specific group of districts and work closely with district governors, DGs, and District Rotary Foundation chairs, DRFCs, to help develop strategies, assist in training events, and provide a link to Rotary Foundation specialists. Next, Geetha Jayram again. Yes, Geetha again. Don Brashears, Ann Evans, Rich Carson, Clara Montanez, and Juanita Cawley, our Major Gift Initiative advisors, MGIAs. Geetha, Don, Ann, Rich, Clara, and Juanita focus specifically on high-impact fundraising for Rotary area of focus, such as health, community economic development, water, sanitation and hygiene, the environment, and basic education and literacy. They serve on international committees and connect donors' specific philanthropic passions with large-scale global grant opportunities. Next, Lou Mello, our grants coordinator. Lou provides training and assistance to districts regarding global grants and assists in organizing efforts between zones 33 and 34 to help secure funding for grants. So, well, no, wait a minute. Wait, that top left guy there, that would be me. As Regional Rotary Foundation Coordinator, RRFC, what do I do? Well, I lead the regional strategy to increase giving and coordinate education opportunities. I also serve as the primary link between the foundation and district leaders, providing training and resources to help districts and clubs meet their fundraising goals. Now, let me go from the zone and dive into the district and talk about the role of a DRFC, District Rotary Foundation Chair. The DRFC is the district's champion for the Rotary Foundation, appointed for a 3-year term to ensure continuity. Their primary role is to inspire and educate Rotarians about the foundation programs, like global and district grants, which fund life-changing projects, from clean water systems to polio eradication efforts. They serve as the key liaison between the district and the Rotary Foundation, guiding clubs to access resources and qualify for grants. The DRFC oversees fundraising efforts, encouraging contributions to the annual fund, Polio Plus Fund, and the endowment fund, and ensures careful stewardship of these resources. They also manage subcommittees like annual fund giving, Paul Harris Society, major gifts, grants, and Polio Plus. And alongside the district governor, authorize the use of district designated funds, DDF, for impactful projects. So how does the DRFC interface with their Rotary clubs? Well, they organize and participate in training events foundation seminars, PETs or PELs, grant management, and district assemblies. They act as the primary point of contact between the Rotary Foundation and the Rotary clubs, facilitating communication and ensuring clubs are aware of Rotary Foundation policies, goals, and opportunities. They work closely with the club foundation chairs to address questions, provide guidance, and resolve issues related to foundation activities. They monitor club compliance with Rotary Foundation grant terms, addressing any irregularities and ensuring sustainable project outcomes. They ensure proper donation to reporting by working with the club treasurer to record contributions accurately, enabling recognition of Rotarians who meet donation milestones. And they ensure club foundation chairs are able to utilize key foundation reports to monitor progress and promote giving, as well as achieving club recognitions. So that's a quick summary. My best advice, get to know your DRFC. They are a great resource for all things about the Rotary Foundation. And now, I am going to turn it over to my foundation partner, Zone 34 Regional Rotary Foundation Coordinator, Jeanette Loftus. The mic is yours, J-Lo.
Thank you, Bernie, and thank you for that very comprehensive list of everything that the DRFCs, our district regional or district Rotary Foundation coordinators are doing and how they can help each one of our Rotary clubs and our Rotaract clubs. Now it is my pleasure to introduce the Zone 34 Regional Rotary Foundation team. And ours is divided along the top line. You'll see a picture of myself. Then Alfred Current from District 6970. He and David Kirkcaldy from District 7020 in the Caribbean assist our clubs and our foundation chairs with their annual giving support. Hamsa Thoda from District 6920 in Georgia is our global grants guru. Any questions that Zone 34 foundation chairs or clubs have, he is your guy. Rosanna Roy hails from Puerto Rico. She is our foundation coordinator in charge of communications and on the island in Puerto Rico. And Caroline Blocklinger is new to our team, and she is our public image ARRFC Assistant Regional Rotary Foundation Coordinator. And she and Sean Patty, who you'll see in the End Polio Now team, have been hard at work developing this impact award that we're going to speak about tonight. So shout out to Caroline and Sean for all of their hard work behind the scenes. Next up is the End Polio Now coordinators. Bruce Acevedo hails from District 6910 in Georgia. He covers the entire state of Georgia and with whatever needs they may have as they pertain to End Polio Now. Jeff Michaelman is our Florida End Polio Now coordinator. Sean, as I mentioned before, he covers the Caribbean districts. And Kim Walden, although she's not technically an End Polio Now coordinator, she works on the global End Polio Now team for social media and the Polio Plus Society. And rounding out the Zone 34 team is Charlie Rogers, who is our Endowment and Major Gifts Advisor, working alongside Amber Schumard, who I hope you'll have the opportunity to meet. Amber is new to her role as Endowment and Major Gifts Officer, and I know she's already hit the ground running. And our very special own Katie Leisner, who will be on the call in a little bit. And she is our reports guru. So Katie, thank you for all of your hard work for the Rotary Foundation and the support you've given us and our team. On the flip side of this card is our contact information. And I don't expect you want to take a snapshot of it. You can do that now, but I believe this presentation will be sent to all participants later. So you have our contact information, and it's also on the Zone 3334 website. Now, I am very excited to share with you a new tool that we have been hard at work developing behind the scenes, and that is the Zones 33-34 Impact Foundation Impact Award. The goal of this award, the acronym, because you know we love our Rotary acronyms, is to inspire, motivate, participate, advocate, contribute, and transform our communities. Basically, it's a roadmap to help every Rotary Club and Rotaract Club across the zones have a successful year, not only in foundation giving, but we want to increase membership engagement, strengthen our Rotary Foundation knowledge, grow giving naturally, organically. We want you as club presidents and club foundation chairs to ensure that we're celebrating our achievements and thanking our donors. And of course, we also want to increase and share our stories on social media. So you can see how the three wheels of membership, the foundation, and social media, public image, all intertwine with each other. This is not about creating more work for you and at the club level. It's about, like I said earlier, providing a simple roadmap that guides your club through an entire Rotary year while helping you accomplish many of the things successful clubs are already doing. So why did we create this award? We asked one simple question: how do we better engage our clubs and members who are not that familiar with the Rotary Foundation, who are not actively participating in the Rotary Foundation? Many clubs simply they don't know where to begin. They're not sure of all of the programs that the Rotary Foundation offers. Maybe they've never applied for grants. They may not formally recognize their donors and thank their donors adequately. And they may view foundation giving as just another ask. So the Impact Award changes that. This award was intentionally designed as an attainable entry point for every club, Rotary and Rotaract club, to encourage foundation participation, not just giving. High-performing clubs just simply continue building towards a higher recognition. So let's take a look at how this will happen. This can be found on the Zones 33-34 website, and the slides that we'll be sharing afterwards will have a QR code and that website address on them for you. So this actually is a quarterly tasks that you'll be doing. And it's important that not only the club president, and maybe your club foundation chair, your club secretary, you appoint whomever should be responsible for this task. The first quarter task is going to build a strong foundation for you to begin the Rotary year. There's certain things here, requirements that are not options, like setting goals in Rotary Club Central and appointing a Rotary Club Foundation chair. These tasks will open actually on July 23rd. We're waiting for Zones 33 to roll it out to their district Rotary Foundation team. So in the meantime, you can go in there and play around a little bit, but know that only please save your information, because if you start the task here, you'll be asked to input your contact information, your email address. You'll be sent a copy of the report, but you can do this at any time and just simply save it and go back to it later on. So please do not submit until you are ready to submit. But you can see here, it's broken down into quarters. We're maintaining momentum. We're preparing for tomorrow, continuing to build support for the foundation. And in the fourth quarter, we're celebrating our achievements. And we want to ensure we're getting ready for the following year and any grant opportunities we have. As I mentioned before, This is only 4 submissions for you. And hopefully, as you go through here, you'll see here we have sample tasks. This actually will open up a PDF for you. I encourage you as club leaders to open all 4 of these tasks and have a roadmap and provide that to your club foundation chair and check in with them and have them check in to your board of directors throughout the year to see how you're doing. So we wanted, as I said before, to make this attainable for clubs. We have some clubs that just have not given very much to the foundation or to polio. And then we have clubs who give extraordinary amounts. We have both ends of the spectrum. But this, as I said, is an entry-level award. So a bronze level is the entry level. That's just $10 per capita, $10 per person average. So you have 10 members in your club, that's $100. 20 members, that's $200. That's for the entire year, okay? And then we do have a minimum threshold for Polio Plus giving of $100 for an entry level, and that you could see how it works its way up to the platinum and diamond levels. $1,500 is what is being asked for Polio Plus giving, and that's a challenge that that our trustee chair Jennifer Jones has put out to our clubs. So, what are the required tasks? So glad you asked. So you must appoint a club foundation chair, you must put your annual fund goals in, and you must put your Polio Plus goals in Rotary Club Central. And if you don't know how to do that, we have resources for you here on the right-hand side of the page. As far as foundation education, we're asking that you invite at least one Rotary Foundation speaker to a club or a club event during the Rotary year, and have one representative attend the Foundation Matters webinar. So for all of you, check that box, you're already here. And public image, as I said before, public image and membership and foundation, we all intertwine. So we're asking that you publish at least one social media post throughout the year on some form of social media. If you don't have a social media account in your clubs, we encourage you, of course, to start one, but we will accept a print and press publication or radio announcement. I mean, we're not sticklers for the rules, just as long as we know you're getting the word out to our clubs. And we would like for you to recognize a new Paul Harris Fellow or a standout member, and that could be their first donation to the Rotary Foundation. So trying to make it as easy as possible for you. And again, here are your resources that you can use. But let's not stop there at just the requirements, because we always want to push for a little bit higher. And that's where the bonus tasks come in. The bonus tasks, for example, would be celebrating World Polio Day, education on the endowment and what that means, applying or participating in a district or global grant, including the Rotary Foundation in your estate planning, or any club foundation activities and promotions. So these are all bonus tasks, achieving every Rotarian every year. You can read through this on your own time. I won't bore you with this. But there are several recognition levels. You can see each tier is assigned a different number of points. So tier 4 is 50 to 100, tier 3, 25 to 50, and 10 to 25, and these each earn 10 additional points. So going down here to our impact award levels, bronze starts out at 100 points. If you do the bare minimum required tasks that we are asking, and you attain the bare minimum of 100 or $10 per capita and $100 for polio, you will have achieved bronze level. So congratulations. It's not difficult to do. I hope you find it easy to use. And of course, if you have any questions, we are here to assist. Now, let's go into what is in it for your club. Carolyn? There we are. So when members understand where foundation dollars go, they become inspired. Inspired members become engaged members, and engaged members stay. And they talk about the great things that Rotary is doing, and they're seen on social media doing Rotary service projects. They talk to their friends, they invite their friends. So the more we can educate our members, the more our membership will grow, the more recognition we will get in our communities, and the higher the giving levels will go to the Rotary Foundation. And some resources that you have. Of course, Bernie went over our district regional Rotary Foundation coordinators and your zone coordinators. We are here for one reason, and that is to support you. There are resources here on this page that some of which we've already gone over this evening, but check out Rotary.org for answers to your questions and the Rotary Brand Center for help with social media posts and some graphic ideas. And of course, endpolionow.org is a great resource to promote polio and to celebrate World Polio Day events. Everything has been designed to make participation as simple as possible for you. So your first steps would be to visit the Impact Award page, familiarize yourself, download those PDFs and share them with your club foundation chair and with your board. And remember, you can go in and begin to save the information, but one of the questions in the first quarter is how much did you contribute in the first quarter? Well, obviously we're only, 2 weeks into the first quarter, 3 weeks into the first quarter. So it's kind of hard to determine that today. So what we're saying, just save that for now, go back later and plug in that number. Small actions today create lasting impact for tomorrow. Together, we create lasting impact. We are inspiring our members to not just give to the Rotary Foundation, but to participate in our programs, strengthening your clubs by creating meaningful membership engagement opportunities and promoting it within your communities. So in essence, we are creating a better tomorrow for generations to come. So thank you for your attention. Thank you for your participation. And I look forward to lots of submissions this year for our Impact Award inaugural year. Now I'd like to introduce to you Katie Leisner, our annual giving officer from the Rotary Foundation. Katie, take it away.
Thank you, Jeanette. I have three lovely introductions. I love it. What a day. So again, my name is Katie Leisner. I'm Rotary staff at headquarters in Evanston, Illinois, and I'm a professional fundraiser and annual giving officer for zones 33 and 34 of the Rotary Foundation. Since this is a presentation about Rotary resources, this is what I'd like to show you. This document you see on my slide is a one-sheeter that explains things I can do to support district and club foundation leaders and volunteer leaders, excuse me. In the colored boxes, you'll find links to documents you can download and bring you to websites. If you've not followed already, the QR code will bring you to this document. You can save it for later. I also added the contact information for the Rotary Support Center on this slide. They're also based out of headquarters with me. And please write down this contact information. It's their job to answer general questions about for Rotarians, or find the person that can help them if they don't know the answer. I know they call me out of meetings. They are excellent at their jobs. They answer general questions from Rotarians, find the person to help them. They are the department that manages the shipment of Paul Harris Fellow recognition, and they can help you sign up for the Paul Harris Society or Rotary Direct. And if you're having troubles running reports on my Rotary, they can also assist with that. Getting back to my one-sheeter, I want to bring your attention to the gold-colored box. There is one document that'll be extremely useful to new Rotary leaders. The Rotary Foundation Reference Guide can be downloaded from my page or rotary.org. Myrotary.org, excuse me. Next slide, please. So this is what the Rotary Foundation Reference Guide looks like. It's 33 pages of useful information, overview of the Rotary Foundation, describing Polio Plus, Rotary Peace Fellowships, Rotary Healthy Community Challenge, grants, Rotary alumni, foundation giving, foundation recognition, like Paul Harris Fellows and major donors, general resources. And I recommend that you flag this document and look back at it when you have questions. My Rotary giving reports are described on pages 28 to 31 of this document. And they'll show you what reports exist, what to look for, and who has access to them. You'll see that everybody in every Rotarian has access to your donor history report. I highly recommend you run it for yourself. It shows information about your giving history that no one else can see. It'll give you a list of every contribution you've ever made to the foundation in case you have questions. This information, the club officers will also have access to club foundation reports, and district officers will also have access to club and district foundation reports in my Rotary. This is where you can find out where they are and what you should be looking for if you have questions. Next slide, please. Okay, and I wanted to show you how to find these reports on my Rotary. So as you can see, to find the reports, you go to myrotary.org, click the My Rotary button, and then next you'll see the opportunity to sign on or register. You click one more time, and then that'll bring you to this page that you see here. And you can register your password, and once you're logged on, you bring to the bottom right corner, this image, you'll see the gray and gold box labeled membership and foundation reports. If you follow that link, you'll scroll down the page to find reports available to you. This is a question I got at PETS a couple times, so I just want to make sure everyone had a chance to see what my Rotary looks like. Okay, and then back to this again. So here's a chance to look at this if you have more questions about it. A few more things we didn't talk about are, if you click the first link, please. This is a document that the Annual Fund Department created to talk more about Rotary Foundation and our giving in color. So this document might be helpful to you to learn about Rotary Foundation giving, excuse me. And it's slightly more up than the reference guide. We also have links here to two PowerPoints that are available for you to download right now. So every Rotarian every year club presentation PowerPoint that's filled out with notes ready to go. There's also one for the Paul Harris Society presentation. If you are ready to recruit new members to that program, it might be helpful if you want to talk about the Rotary Foundation without starting from scratch. I also want to draw your attention to the Understanding Foundation Recognition Points document, which will answer questions about the points you need to collect to become a Paul Harris Society member. Paul Harris Fellow, excuse me. Oh, it's much easier to become Paul Harris Fellow. So that document I highly recommend you check out when you get a chance. Links to these materials, except for the brightly colored annual fund report, are available on our website, myrotary.org.annualfund, on the bottom of the page. So when you have a moment, I highly recommend checking out our website, and there's a lot of information available to you. Okay, and now off to EMGA Stephen Beer for questions and answers.
Thank you, Katie. We have a few questions, and we have enough time for a few questions. Jeanette, what does baseline giving mean? You're muted.
The
Jeanette,
most famous words in Zoom. That is the baseline giving for each threshold. So it's $10 for a bronze, $10 per capita for a bronze. That per capita number is based on your July 1st, 2026 club member number. And it takes your total giving for the year divided by your number of members as of July 1st, 2026. And then it goes up from there, $10, $25, and then I forget the rest, but that's the baseline.
Okay, thank you. Also, is there a standard form for documenting the district foundation plan similar to what we have in membership?
Eric, I see Eric asked that question. I'm not sure what zone he is from. I'm thinking zone 33. So I would say check with Bernie on that.
I think Bernie had to leave early.
I know, but I like contact Bernie and ask Bernie
Right.
if zone 34 has one. So I don't know if Bernie has one for zone 33. It's individual. It's not brought down from the Rotary Foundation. But I'd be
Right.
glad to share with Bernie with what I have if he doesn't have one.
Okay. And another question about the Polio Plus, is the $100 to the $1,500 per capita?
No, that's a great question. That is not $1,500 per capita. That's $100 total from the club and the members combined, and $1,500 total combined from the club and the members.
Okay. And Katie, how does a club foundation chair access club members' giving information for Paul Harris Fellow?
Oh, yeah, I recommend you log on to My Rotary and look at your club recognition summary. It'll give you information about the last time someone gave and how far along they are, and if they've reached a Paul Harris Fellow recognition level yet.
Okay, thank you. And if I'm having trouble running the reports for my club in My Rotary, what can I do? How should I get help?
Yeah, call the Rotary Support Center. They answer those questions. And again, their phone number is 1-866-976-8279.
Right.
1869 Rotary.
Okay. And is there written instructions available if I want to share those with other Rotarians?
Can you ask that again?
Are there instructions for accessing the foundation reports that we can share with other club leaders?
Yeah, you can do that through the training modules.
Okay.
Yep.
Great, thank you. I think that's all the questions we have. So let me turn it over to Director Marshall.
Well, thank you, Stephen, and thank you to everyone who joined us this evening. I especially want to thank our new Foundation Rotary Regional Action Plan Chair, Beth Paget, and the entire Foundation team for sharing not only their expertise tonight, but also the incredible resources that are available to every club across zones 33 and 34. You know, one of the things I've been talking about since the beginning of my term as Rotary International Director is that we don't need to reinvent the wheel every July 1st. We have an incredible foundation built by leaders who came before us. And it's our responsibility to build on that momentum. And I think tonight was a perfect example of that. The Rotary Foundation is one of Rotary's greatest strengths. It gives us the ability to take the passion and generosity of our members and turn it into lasting, measurable impact around the world. But these results don't happen by accident. They happen because clubs have access to great people, great information, and great tools. And that's exactly what you've seen tonight. So I want to encourage each of you to take advantage of the amazing support and the network available throughout our zones. That's your regional foundation coordinators, your district foundation chairs, your annual giving officers, your endowment and major gift advisors, all the acronyms, the cadre members, and the many volunteers who serve on our foundation teams. They're all here to help your club succeed. You definitely don't have to figure it out all on your own. It'd be very hard to. Please leverage these resources and let them help you with your foundation strategies and your foundation giving. You know, as I look forward to Rotary's future, I truly believe our greatest opportunity comes when public image, membership, and the Rotary Foundation all work together. When we tell compelling stories, more people discover Rotary. When we have a great club experience, those people stay. And when they see the impact made possible through our foundation, they become even more invested in our mission. And so before I close, I'd like to encourage you to share what you've learned tonight with your club's foundation committee and leadership team. Don't let these resources stay in this webinar tonight. Put them into action. That's how we create greater impact in our communities and around the world. So thank you again for everything you do to support the Rotary Foundation and for your commitment to service above self. Have a wonderful evening. And now back to you, Beth.
Thank you so much. And I want to thank all of our speakers tonight, Bernie, Jeanette, Katie, and Marshall. You gave us some very important resources, and you also shared some words of inspiration with us, and that's going to help us start our new Rotary year off in the right direction. And a special thank you to Carolyn Mudgett, who is the Rotarian who does the behind the scenes work and makes these webinars possible. Thank you so much for what you've done tonight, Carolyn. Mark your calendars for the next Foundation Matters webinar. It is August 20th at 6 p.m. and we will be exploring polio storytelling that moves people. Once again, I want to thank you for spending your evening with us. We're going to share this recording as soon as possible. I want you to have a wonderful evening, and thank you. I really mean this. Thank you for what you do to support the Rotary Foundation and for continuing to do good in the world. We look forward to seeing you next month at the Foundation Matters webinar. Thank you. Bye-bye.